Video Productions proudly presents West Virginia High School basketball featuring the Tigers of Shady Spring. Tonight, Ronnie Olson's crew will put their unbeaten record on the line in this 2019-20 season as they go up against the highly talented Bluefield Beavers. It's a top 5 Class AA matchup as these two get together for the second time. Shady captured the first meeting at home inside the Day Wills Gymnasium on January 17th. Tonight they square off on the Beavers' home floor inside the historic Brush Fork Armory here in Brush Fork on the outskirts of Bluefield. And tonight's game is presented by your local Little General Stores. Great prices, convenient places. Visit your local Little General Stores. Greetings from the natural air-conditioned city here in southern West Virginia for tonight's matchup as Shady Spring enters at 18-0 while Bluefield comes in at 17-3. Shady Spring is number 1 in Class AA and Bluefield is number 3, along with two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year Bob Bolin and our outstanding video productions crew. This is Mark Martin. Delighted to have you with us for coverage of tonight's game. Butch Bounce, Robbie Bounce, and Garen Lester are our crew here as well. And tonight's game is going to be something else, Bob Bolin, I have a feeling.
Oh, I got the same feeling, Mark. Look at the crowd in here. It's a great atmosphere, slowly but surely filling completely up. I'd say we got room for maybe another 100, 150 in here, and it's a game everybody's been waiting for.
Yeah, and on this Monday, it begins the next to last week of the regular season for high school basketball in West Virginia. And tonight, tournament-like atmosphere for a matchup of two teams who are certainly Class AA state champion contenders.
Both are definitely contenders. The number 1 ranked team, Shady Spring Tigers, undefeated, haven't lost a game all year, and the Bluefield Beavers have lost 3. But one was to Princeton early in the season. They avenged that with a 32-point win. The other game was a Chapmanville, beat them by 10 on the neutral court, and then Shady beat them by 3 at Shady. So this is their second chance and last chance at a revenge game during the regular season.
Yeah, and they go into this one with a 10-game winning streak. They had not lost since that tough 73-70 defeat at the hands of the Tigers there in Raleigh County. And, this game also a prelude to the Class AA Region 3 Section 2 tournament. Shady and Bluefield will be the top 2 seeds. James Monroe, Pikeview, Riverview making up that section. And Section 1 has Independence, Liberty, Oak Hill, West Side, and Wyoming East. So these two teams could meet again for the championship of a sectional, and that would mean one team that falls goes on the road, still alive, and then who knows, they might meet them again in the state tournament.
I think that's a very likely scenario, and these teams know each other well. It was a knockdown, drag-out affair. As you said, 73-70. It went right down to the wire in Shady, and it's just what an atmosphere. It's great.
Now these two teams, as we mentioned, meeting on January 17th at Shady Spring. Tigers erased an 11-point deficit to defeat the Beavers by 3. Braden Chapman had 22, Tommy Williams 18, Luke LaRose and Cole Chapman had 13. LaRose put Shady Spring ahead for good at 71-70 with a pair of free throws. And Shady was 20-7 a season ago. 3 of those losses came at the hands of Bluefield. So that win back in January for Shady meant a lot.
Oh, it was a huge win. And Bluefield, Sean Martin, their 6'7" post player, and Jaheim Howes, their junkyard dog 4-man, both got in foul trouble in that fourth quarter. They had to set them both at the same time, and that's when that run happened. And Shady's going to drive to the basket. They're going to attack their big men and try to draw fouls. Bluefield, Sean Martin's he blocked 10 shots last game. He's going to be a shot blocker. He's going to be effective. He just has to go straight up and not get the silly fouls.
Sean Martin had 19 in that loss to Shady. Braden Cruz had 16. Colin Paris 13. Tyrese Hairston had 12. The game featured 6 lead changes. So when you talk about players to watch in this game, Bob, Shady Spring and for Bluefield, it's almost a who's who. Where do you start? And we'll begin with the visitors, Shady. You can talk about Tommy Williams. You can talk about Luke LaRose. You can talk about the Chapman twins, on and on. This team has a lot of talented players, and they have some depth.
And they can play positionless basketball with 5 guards on the floor, which is very difficult to defend. You know, it starts with Tommy Williams and Luke LaRose, 2 great senior leaders. Luke LaRose has scored 2,000 points, Tommy Williams 1,000. And then the little Chapman 9th grade brothers have been able to come in. Braden's averaging around 15 a game, and Cole coming in there at double figures also. And then you got Grayson Shepard, who is Tommy Williams' cousin. All these kids think alike. They're all twin brothers, cousins, and all that, but Grayson Shepard rounds out the starting 5. Great defensive player and averaging right around double figures also.
Bluefield, Braden Cruz leads the way, and then you got Sean Martin, Colin Parrish, Tyrese Harrison, Jaheim House. That's the starting 5, and again, just a very talented group.
Well, 4 of them are in double figures, and House is averaging 9.9. So they have 5 guys they can count on to score. Cruz is their outside threat, really shoots the ball well, averaging big-time points. And Sean Martin has improved so much in the last 2 months. He's a force to be reckoned with in the paint.
All right, again, this is what you want as the month of February winding down beyond the halfway point, and we are set for a showdown here tonight that makes it feel like March and sectional and regional type play. And again, 2 teams that are hoping to be in Charleston in the middle of March, contending for that AA state championship. A lot on the line here tonight. Again, a perfect season for Shady Spring. They want to keep it intact. Bluefield, they have reeled off 10 in a row since falling to Shady back in January. We'll come back and talk more about tonight's showdown. It has all the makings of being a classic, just like the first time around. We come back as we count you down to Shady Spring of Bluefield here on Video Productions, and tonight's game is being presented in part by your local Little General stores.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
First set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Goalkeeper gives me a responsibility that I wouldn't get anywhere else on the field. Nothing else is important except how you're going to help your team. I'll never get to win a game, but I'll keep us from losing a game. My reason why is competition.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam, because around here,
You matter.
Call 346-5990.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
We welcome you back inside the historic Brush Fork Armory. Shady Spring and Bluefield getting set to square off. Tonight's game being presented by Mid-State Forum. Well, there you get a good look, Bob Bolin, at this crowd here tonight. Student section for Bluefield, and Shady has brought a crew as well. And this place filled near capacity crowd here for tonight's matchup. And as we look at the season for these two teams, Shady Spring on the season has gone over 90 points on two different occasions. 97 against James Monroe. 97 is the most points Bluefield has scored this season. They did so in a meeting with Mercer County rival Princeton. Shady Spring has clipped the 80-point mark 5 times this season. Bluefield 8 times. Shady has scored 70 or more 8 times. Bluefield 70 or more 5 times. Shady Spring has had just one game in which they have been in the 60s, 67 against Wyoming East. Bluefield has been in the 60s a couple of times. And both teams, Shady and Bluefield, 50 or more twice. Lowest out point of the season for Shady Spring was 54. That was in a 54-51 victory there at the Armory in Beckley back in December. And Bluefield, they have scored 50 or more twice. Lowest out point of the season for the Beavers as the Tigers make their way onto the floor was 50 in that loss to the Tigers of Chapmanville. So if you're Buster Large, you're saying, all right, guys, we're taking on the Tigers again. They've got this twice this season, Chapmanville once and Shady Spring once. But I'm telling you what, when you talk about sports in the great state of West Virginia, southern West Virginia, they know how to do it.
Well, I mean, the atmosphere. Can you do Michael Buffer? Are you ready to rumble? I mean, it is so electric in this arena right now. With and I think those are some polite boos for the other team. I'm fine with all of that. It looks like good, clean fun from the cheering section. But there is a lot of excitement in this gym, and I'm sure everybody's just ready to tip this thing off. And let's see what's going to happen.
All right, we will turn it over to the public address system here at Brush Fork Armory for the introduction of the starting lineups and our national anthem. Bluefield and Shady.
The Shady Spring Tigers.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose, to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
That star-spangled banner yet waved o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, there are the starting lineups for the two teams. Ronnie Olson in his 5th season as the head coach at Shady Spring, a 2000 graduate of Independence High School, where he helped lead the Patriots to the Class AA state championship game against Magnolia, played at Ohio Valley University, Bluefield, and has been a coach for a long time. Started coaching in college, AAU ball, and assistant at Independence. Shady Spring Middle School head coach, a couple of titles, then was an assistant to Shady head coach Steve Clark before getting his chance, and it has been a historic season. And Buster Large, veteran coach here for Bluefield, 1976 grad of Graham High School. He was a 3-sport standout. He's won a couple of national championships, a couple of state championships along the way. And it's got a national championship feel in here tonight, Bob Boland. And we're ready to go.
Shady with the tip and Bluefield in their hard pressure, man-to-man. They get in the passing lanes. And right off the bat, Tyrese Hairston commits a foul.
That will be his first, team foul number 1. Outstanding officiating crew. Kevin Grogg, who won a state championship as a head football coach in 1999 at Wyoming East. And they defeated Bluefield there at Wheeling Island Stadium. And he's joined by Kenny Green and Ken Hall. So this game in outstanding hands tonight. A lot of great officials in the state. And now we have a foul, and it's going to go against the Beavers. Braden Cruz.
Yeah, Braden Cruz tapping himself on the chest, saying, my fault. He jumped out there late. Just a little first jitters, and Shady Spring is going to go at the basket.
All right, and driving in and missing the shot there was Williams. Martin got the rebound, and Shady Spring down the floor now with the basketball. They'll work it around. Colin Paris and Sean Martin, 2 guys who are going to play football at West Virginia University.
Yeah, Sean Martin was a factor on that last shot. He gets it in the inside.
So Martin working it in and scores it.
Nice drop step by Martin. Very confident with the post move.
Again, they announced the starting lineups, and Ron Olson going with Haven Chapman as Cole Chapman fires from the outside. Can't get it to drop down the floor. Devin Cruz. Cruz just patiently waited there, but couldn't get it to fall. And the Tigers the other way. Here's a steal. Tyrese Hairston up and in.
Hairston with the explosive move to the basket with a left-handed finish.
Hairston averaging 9.5 a game. Buster Large. Assistants are Tony Webster, Jody Fuller, Ronnie Olson with Russ Jordan and Tommy Williams on his bench. And Ronnie Olson wants to talk it over for a brief second with 6:06 to go here in the first quarter of play.
Well, Bluefield's come out on the defensive end with a lot of ball pressure on defense, and Harrison able to sneak in there and get that steal and convert it. Just a really good job on the defensive end. The one look Shady got, Martin challenged it and got a piece of it for a block shot.
So now Braden Chapman has checked in, so they'll go with Braden Chapman, Cole Chapman, his twin brother, Grayson Shepard, Tommy Williams, and Luke LaRose. LaRose, who went over the 2,000 point mark for his outstanding career with 31 against James Monroe. He inbounds to Tommy Williams. Williams over 1,000 for his career. Driving is Shepard, blocked by Martin. Foul going to be called.
And Shady went immediately to Grayson Shepard, challenging Martin to the basket. Let's look at the replay.
So that will put Grayson Shepard at the line, and he has the first point of the basketball game for Shady Spring. Delivers both. 4-2 game.
Yeah, Shady gets in there full court, man-to-man pressure.
Paris on the baseline, in trouble, and out it comes and into the hands of Shepard. Grayson Shepard with the layup.
Grayson Shepard coast to coast, ties it up.
Well, last game, 6 ties in the game, so we have our first. And now Shady will be whistled for a foul.
They had Tommy Williams on the reach in around half court. That's 3 fouls on Bluefield, and that's Shady's first.
Great camera work by our Butch Mounts, Robbie Mounts. Running the controls here, courtside. Great place to be. Tonight's replay is being presented by Little General Stores.
Tommy Williams is the tallest player for Shady on the court, even though he plays point guard. He's guarding Martin.
Shady Spring, well, they came up with it, but back into the hands of Cruz. Devin Cruz whips it over Paris. He's dangerous from the outside, but he'll drive in, try to dump it down low to House. And the basketball is going to belong to Shady Spring.
Sean Martin's going to the wrong end of the court.
Colin Paris will check out, and Caden Fuller will head in for Bluefield. He wears number 4. He's a 5'11 senior.
Great three-point shooter Fuller is.
His dad, Jody, one of the assistant coaches. All right, Cruz out front with it for Bluefield. Beavers attacking. Dumping down low and finding his man. Nice bucket there by Fuller.
Fuller with a nice backdoor cut.
Chapman comes up, missing the shot. Cruz maneuvering his way down, coast to coast.
Beautiful little semi-reverse layup by Cruz.
And he just went coast to coast with it. 8-4 Bluefield as Williams attacking the bucket, and he draws a foul.
That was Jaheim House on the reach in there. A great move by Cruz with a little finger roll. Now that's 4 team fouls. That's all by different people, isn't it?
Yes.
For Bluefield, yeah.
Braden Chapman out and Haven Chapman back in for Shady Spring. This is Cole Chapman with it. And here is Luke LaRose gunning the 3, but can't get it to drop. And Sean Martin yanks down the rebound. Cruz down to House. House on the baseline, little soft touch. 10 points, 5 different players for Bluefield have scored.
They're balancing out the scoring and the fouls.
Driving in, and it's Shepard again. He has all 6 of Shady points.
Grayson Shepard very aggressively attacking the basket. Shady going with Haven Chapman back in the game to battle the big fella inside.
Ball being batted around, and last touching the guys in blue. Nope, last touching the guys in white. So Shady will have the basketball. Tommy Williams driving. Oh. Another block by Martin, but they get it back. Cole Chapman open for the 3, drills it.
Cole Chapman after the great block by Sean Martin. Cole Chapman right there to get 3 for the Tigers.
Again, Cole Chapman had 13 the last time they played. Along with twin brother Braden, they combined for 35. Fuller, the pass. House with a little jump step there in the lane. Missed it, but here is Cruz. He can't get it to go. House's shot won't drop. And coming up with it is Grayson Shepard. 10-9 game. Shady trying to take a lead here. Shepard from the outside. LaRose in perfect position, and the Tigers will reset it here.
Sean Martin is challenging everything at the rim. But he's guarding Cole Chapman now. They need to go to Cole Chapman outside the 3 with Martin guarding him.
Luke LaRose with a nice move to the hoop. Could not get it to drop. Haven Chapman lost the handle. Here comes Cruz to Fuller. Fuller into the corner to Hairston. His shot a little too strong. And Tommy Williams with the rebound. Isaiah Rivers up off the bench for Bluefield. Tommy Williams wants to negotiate there against House. From the corner, Haven Chapman shot will not fall. Beavers now the other way in the white-clad uniforms. We're a packed house here at the Brush Fork Armory. Great to have you with us here on Video Productions. Tonight's game being presented by Mid-State Ford. Sean Martin.
Bluefield setting that diagonal cross pick for Sean Martin down low. They drew the help off of Fuller. Great play. Fuller not able to knock down the tray.
And Fuller had the open shot, but it would not go. Rivers will come in. They'll give Martin a blow, and Braden Chapman will check in for older brother Haven.
And here's Bluefield trying to press this 5-guard alignment. Let's see if there comes the double. They are going to attack it. Now Shady should attack once that double goes. There goes LaRose on the attack.
Luke LaRose straight away knocks it in. 2-pointer good for LaRose. Again, had 13 last time they played. 2 big free throws that gave them the lead. Fuller's shot hits the back of the iron. And a good job there by Hairston with positioning, and he draws the foul, and it's going to go on Cole Chapman.
There's LaRose, always under control. Nice little pull up from about 18 feet. Knocks it down. On the other end, Bluefield so far has been quicker to the loose balls. And I know Coach Olson will not be pleased with that, but even right there, Bluefield getting to the loose balls before Shady.
And that bucket by LaRose giving Shady its first lead, and Cruz, though, gives Bluefield back the advantage as he strokes the 3-pointer.
That was from the parking lot. Tommy Williams with the attack. If you see that, soon as Shady sees Sean Martin out of the game, they're going to attack that basket. They don't have to worry about the shot blocker. And Tommy Williams with a great drive to the basket. After we saw on the replay there was Braden Cruz from deep.
Tommy Williams cannot get the free throw to drop. So it's a 13-13 game here. We're under a minute to go. Second tie of the basketball game. Again, there were 6 ties in that 73-70 game in January, won by Shady Spring. Cruz.
Shady doubling Cruz off the ball pick. Wow, he was able to get out of it and drew the blocking call.
Kevin Grogg will give us the call. And it's going to go on Haven Chapman. His first, and that's team foul number 3.
Cruz was able to get out of the double team, and quick bang play near the basket, and the call went the Beavers' way.
Cruz is a 76% free throw shooter. Came into the game averaging 19.8. Fuller is back in. Rivers is back in. Cruz up, and Cruz knocks it through. Bluefield back on top by 2 at 15-13. Braden Chapman over to Luke LaRose. He'll launch the 3. Wouldn't go. Rivers throws it right to LaRose. Driving up with the shot, and LaRose is fouled by Tyrese Hairston.
Again, with Sean Martin getting a break, Shady's taking advantage of that and taking the ball to the basket where they don't have to worry about the shot blocker.
5.6 showing on the clock. Ray Hazuka up and ready to check in for Shady. LaRose cannot get the first free throw to go down. LaRose, an outstanding free throw shooter, gets the second. 15-14. Cruz fires, and that will do it. A great first quarter of play. Bluefield on top, 15-14. Video Productions bringing you live streaming coverage of West Virginia high school basketball featuring the Shady Spring Tigers, and tonight's game being presented by Mid-State Ford.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
We welcome you back inside the historic Brush Fork Armory. Bluefield 15, Shady Spring 14 after 8 minutes of play. Grayson Shepard leading the way for Shady Spring with 6 points. Luke LaRose had 3. Cole Chapman had 3. Tommy Williams had 2. For Bluefield, leading scorer was Devin Cruz, who had 7. And then 4 other players, each with 2. Hairston, Fuller, House, and Martin. Bluefield has the ball to begin this second quarter, playing a nice play there by Braden Chapman on the defensive end, Bob.
Shady trying to go to Martin inside, and Braden Chapman with a great steal.
Grayson Shepard, Cole Chapman, Luke LaRose, Braden Chapman, and the shot from the outside by Tommy Williams.
Shady with that positionless basketball, 5 guards on the perimeter. They're pulling Sean Martin out there and making him guard, and that takes away his shot blocking ability.
17-15, Shady's second lead, and here is Paris driving and scoring. Third tie of the game.
Paris can kick the field goal and take that ball to the rack.
Cole Chapman picked up there by Cruz. Here is Shepard, who will deliver the 3.
Grayson Shepard stepping out, having a big game tonight.
20-17, Shady Spring with 3 3-pointers. Shepard, Williams, and Cole Chapman. Cruz has the lone 3 for Bluefield. Paris to Martin. Easy play.
Yeah, great ball movement by Bluefield. Able to get Martin with the angle. Nice drop step. Beautiful basketball by Bluefield.
Martin has 4 in the game. 20-19.
Now Shady will attack Martin on this end. Now they got Martin in the switch with Cole Chapman.
Just about lost it. Shepard there to scoop it up. Here's Williams.
Then on the other end, Bluefield's attacking the basket with Martin and using his advantage. So a great chess match going on here.
Braden Chapman.
Here's our play from the other end. Wow, what a great view. And see right there, Martin got the position. Once he had that position, you can't get around that big body. Nice drop step. What an improved player.
Haven Chapman back into the game for Shady Spring, wearing number 22 tonight. Most times he's in 24 in the gold and white jersey uniforms. So he's going to work against Martin there. Luke LaRose checks out, and that time Martin comes up short. Shepard to Braden Chapman. Made a great catch, and then a bounce pass there to his older brother, and another opportunity that Shady comes up empty.
Bluefield coaches are saying that Haven Chapman's too physical under the basket, pushing Sean Martin up. Let's see if they look for it now.
Haven Chapman, pretty good football player too. Here's a steal by Williams, and he'll lay it off the glass and in. Williams now with 7 in the game, 22-19.
Yeah, Martin and Chapman are battling in that low post area. Now when Haven Chapman jumps that ball pick, they don't have anybody else that can come close to banging with Martin.
Nice drive there, but it would not go through for Paris. Ball knocked away, and it will be Bluefield's ball. LaRose will check back in. Here's our little general replay, Coach, on the steal by Williams.
Yeah, doubling that ball pick. Tommy Williams is really good at shooting the gap and attacking the dribbler's right hand.
Cole Chapman checking out for Shady. Here's a shot by Paris. Hits the back of the iron. Rebound, and then taken away by Shady. Braden Chapman. And from behind, he's going to be fouled by Martin. Second on Martin. So 17 fouls on the Beavers. They trail by 3. We break away here at the Brush Fork Armory. Shady 22, Bluefield 19.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
And we welcome all of you back here to the Brush Fork Armory. Braden Chapman at the line and has his first point of the game.
Braden Chapman with that smooth left-handed stroke.
Chapman, double-figure scorer, has had some terrific games this season and knocks it down 24 to 19. 5-point lead. Martin scores it. He has 6 in the game.
Yeah, somebody didn't get back and find Paris. And Haven Chapman was guarding 2 back there. Did a good job of trying to get the charge. That was his only chance of stopping.
Luke LaRose slicing through the lane there and fell down, but Shady keeps the ball, and here is Tommy Williams. A collision between Williams and Hairston.
And they got the blocking call on Paris, and Martin came over to get the block shot to so Bluefield could have no chance at the and one.
Shepard checks out for Shady. Number 11, Cole Chapman back in. Tommy Williams at the line. Paris's first foul, team foul number 8.
And Tommy Williams gets the first one to fall. If he makes this, Shady will get into their press defense.
26-21, so another 5-point edge here for Shady. Williams 2 of 3 at the line, has 9 in the game. Devin Cruz goes to Tyrese Hairston, who is a senior. Here is Paris, straight away 3, beautiful.
Paris with that nice stroke, great follow through, hand in the cookie jar, knocks it down.
Now Shady back on the attack, 26th three-pointer of the season for Paris. Cole Chapman.
Oh, nice.
Fancy ball handling, but the shot would come up short, and Bluefield takes over on offense. Cruz with it. Bluefield looking to tie, maybe take the lead.
Mark Shady in their man-to-man. They'll gamble and double if 2 Beavers get close to each other or there's a ball pick. Bluefield has gone away from setting ball picks to keep Shady out of that double team.
Here is House. Short shot that wouldn't go, but Cruz open for the 3, could not get it to fall through. Bluefield with the ball again.
Playing like a bunch of junkyard dogs. They got 3 opportunities there. Bluefield quick to the loose balls, playing tough. One tied up, another tie.
4th tie of the game. Williams from long range.
Oh, that was deep. Tommy Williams with those feet set. Beautiful 3-point shot, gives Shady a 3-point lead.
Tommy Williams missed a few games with an injury, and he's back in full force as he gives Shady back a 3-point lead. Cruz trying to tie it and bounces around. And have a foul on Shady Springs.
The foul, I think, is on House. going over the back of the Shady Spring player, and Coach Large will not be upset with that. House really going after the offensive rebounds.
We'll put House on the bench with 3 fouls. Team foul number 9. Rivers will check in.
Now he will be upset with that, having to set House, but going after the rebounds, that's what he's good at. He's really good. I always call him old junkyard dog. He gets everything, but he can play with 3 fouls in the second half.
Tommy Williams makes it a 30-26 game.
If House is out, and also did Sean Martin get a break right now? So Bluefield going with a 5-guard lineup.
Yeah, Fuller is back in. Here goes Cruz attacking and immediately draws contact.
So here's Shady will make an adjustment, and I bet they go with their 5-guard lineup.
And Braden Chapman going to head in. Haven Chapman will head out.
Yeah, with House out of the game. Sean Martin doesn't have 3, does he, Mark? Sean Martin
just has 2.
Yeah, he must be just getting a quick breather, because when both of them were on the bench at Shady, that's when trouble started for the Beavers.
Shady has 4 team fouls.
10 guards on the floor.
Here's Paris with a nice move. A little strong, but the tap back by Rivers almost goes through, but would not. So Williams over to LaRose. Williams cut off to Shepard. Shepard back out to Williams. Williams' 3 is money.
Now Shady is used to playing 5 guards more than Bluefield is. I believe you got to get Sean Martin back in the game if you're Bluefield.
3 3-pointers here in this second quarter for Tommy Williams. Crowd making a lot of noise here inside the historic Brush Fork Armory. Turnover, Bluefield.
Yeah, Bluefield has to be careful right here. Going to get a timeout. Bluefield's getting a 30-second timeout.
So they're on our little general replay. Another 3 by Tommy Williams.
Tommy Williams can shoot as Sean Martin checks back in the game. You can't worry about him picking up that third when Shady has got this lead up to 8 points. And yeah, Tommy Williams can shoot it from deep.
Yeah, Tommy Williams was 17 in the game. Delighted to have you with us. What a scene there, Bob. What a shot there of this great venue. You got a lot of memories of this place, both as a player and as a coach.
Well, a lot as a player. At Bluefield State, we always play the Currents Classic here, and just the place looks great. It's really been upgraded, and great place for a high school matchup like this. Bluefield desperately needs a stop right now.
Right here is Braden Chapman spinning in the lane and scoring it amongst a couple of defenders. Braden Chapman with his first field goal.
That's a 10-0 run from 26 all. Wow, Martin going off the bounce, the big fella with the finger roll.
He has 8, but on the other end, here is Shepard. Cut off, goes to Cole Chapman. They'll get him for a travel.
Yeah, they got him with a little extra step after the catch. Had to put that one on the ground for 1. 49 seconds. Bluefield is not going to go for 1. Down 8. They need to go ahead and play this out. Too long to hold that ball for a turnover.
Devin Cruz, along with Isaiah Rivers, Colin Paris, Sean Martin, Tyrese Hairston, and another bucket by Martin, who now has 10 in the game.
Martin able to get position and get deep. If he catches it that deep, there's nothing Shady can do about it.
Here comes Tommy Williams down the floor, and a nice rebound there by Haven Chapman, but lost his feet as he came down. Tough play, and well, Bluefield's going to get another opportunity here. They're going to get Fuller back in the game, and let's see who he is in for.
Bluefield will go for 1 shot right now. Yeah, they'll take one. They cut it to 6.
All right, here is Paris driving, dumping to Martin, taken away by Shepard. Shepard goes to Braden Chapman. He sets his feet, won't go. Rebound Cruz. Down it comes to Fuller. He will not get the shot off. 36-30 at halftime between number 1 and undefeated Shady Spring and number 3 and 17-3 Bluefield, two of the top teams in West Virginia high school basketball overall and certainly in Class AA. We will return to the historic Brush Fork Armory, talk about this first half in just a moment. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of West Virginia high school basketball featuring the Shady Spring Tigers. Tonight's game being presented by Midstate Ford.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 and Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive, just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Goalkeeper gives me a responsibility that I wouldn't get anywhere else on the field. Nothing else is important except how you're going to help your team. I'll never get to win a game, but I'll keep us from losing a game. My reason why is competition.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam, because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
We welcome you back inside the Brush Fork Armory here in Brush Fork on the outskirts of Bluefield. Great to have you with us. West Virginia high school basketball featuring the Shady Spring Tigers, a presentation of Video Productions, and tonight's game is being presented by Midstate Ford, along with two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. I'm Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us. And Bob, what a game we have here.
Oh, both teams playing well. I mean, it's a chess match. Bluefield going to Martin inside. He's been able to get deep position. He's been able to score, and they kept him out of foul trouble. He only has 2 fouls. And then for Shady, Tommy Williams making them from everywhere in the gymnasium. We have a barn burner, Mark.
Yeah, Tommy Williams with 17 points. Martin has 10 to lead the way. So at the moment, it's a 36-30 game, and we shall return in a moment here to the Brush Fork Armory, Brush Fork, West Virginia, as Bluefield and Shady Spring battle it out for a second time this season. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of West Virginia high school basketball featuring the Shady Spring Tigers, and tonight's game is being presented by Midstate Ford.
I'm going to put a stop.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 and Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
We welcome you back inside the Brush Fork Armory here in Brush Fork, West Virginia, on the outskirts of Bluefield, the natural air-conditioned city. Never gets above 90 here. When it does, you get free lemonade, right, Coach?
That's right.
I could go for a good lemonade. We may need a lot of lemonade. This is going to be an outstanding basketball game, already is, but this second half should be something special. Let's go back and talk about how it kind of unfolded. Bluefield with an early 4-0 lead. We had our first tie at 4-4. Then it was a 10-4 game. Shady got its first lead at 11-10. Bluefield right back at 13-11. Second tie at 13-13. Bluefield would lead 15-14 at the end of the first. In the second quarter of play, a three-pointer gave Shady back its second lead at 17-15. Our third tie at 17-17. Then we had our fourth tie at 26-26, and then Shady goes on a run. They had the biggest lead of the game at 36-26, and here at the break, they lead by 6 at 36-30.
Yeah, Shady went on that 10-0 run, and part of that run was when Bluefield had both big men on the bench. They inserted Martin back in the game, and Bluefield was able to cut it down to 6. But it was a great run by Shady on that 10-0 run.
Again, going over all scoring now. Tommy Williams with 17, 9 by Grayson Shepard. 4 points for Braden Chapman, 3 for Cole Chapman, and 3 for Luke LaRose. For Bluefield, Sean Martin leads the way with 10. Braden Cruz has 7. Colin Paris has 5. Tyrese Hairston has 4. 2 each for Caden Fuller and Daheem House. House has 3 fouls. Martin has 2 fouls, and that will be something to keep an eye on here as we get set for this second half to get underway.
Yeah, Shady puts so much pressure on the defense because they do a good job of attacking the basket, and Bluefield has been attacking by getting Martin down low, and he's done a great job of getting wide, showing his numbers, and getting deep position. And when he gets it that deep, he's almost unstoppable.
All right, both teams are back out on the floor. Great to have you with us as Video Productions brings you live streaming coverage of West Virginia High School basketball featuring the Shady Spring Tigers. Tonight's game being presented by Mid-State Ford. Tonight's replays are being presented by Little General Stores. Great players, great coaches, great officials, great fans. We are ready to go with basketball.
Great prices and convenient places. Hey, well, this is a
great analyst and great camera work, all that.
Hey, we got Bluefield didn't get any warm-ups. Let's see how that affects the three-point shooting of Braden Cruz and Colin Paris.
All right, here is Luke LaRose with the basketball. Hands it to Cole Chapman. Grayson Shepard will drain the three to get it going.
Grayson Shepard starting the second half just like he started the game. He nailed the first 6 points of the game. Shepard with big-time minutes here early.
His second three of the game. He has 9. Colin Paris to Devin Cruz. They kept Braden Cruz, forgive me. And can't say enough about Braden Cruz.
That Martin
the
wide
player he
open.
Is. Here is Martin.
Martin set a cross pick, and both Shady players went with House. Left Martin wide open. Biggest guy in the gym, got to find him, Mark.
Here is Williams, and the shot is blocked by Martin. 39-32, and Braden Cruz, just talking about this young man, now has 9 in the game.
Sean Martin with a big-time block. Cruz with a nice floater.
Braden Cruz, 19.8 points, 49 threes, 76% free throw shooter, 4.2 rebounds, does it all. 4.6 assists and 2.8 steals. That's not a bad senior season for Braden Cruz. Here is Haven Chapman. Will take the shot. He's open. Take it.
Hey, that's a big-time three with Martin wanting to stay near the basket and Haven Chapman knocking the three down.
Grayson Shepard got the steal, poking it away from behind is Tyrese Hairston.
And here's a replay of that three. Chapman says, you're not going to come out on me. I got guard skills too. Knocks it down.
Yeah, he's played enough one-on-one with those brothers. The two younger ones are guards, Braden and Cole. Cole in there along with Haven and Luke LaRose. LaRose's shot is short. Tommy Williams and Grayson Shepard. Braden Cruz will bring it across the timeline for Bluefield. Goes to Paris. Colin Paris looking, and the pass goes right through the hands of Jaheim House. Braden Chapman will check in. Luke LaRose will head out for Shady Spring.
Bluefield had the switch there and had somebody other than Haven Chapman guarding Sean Martin, and they didn't take advantage of it.
Down the floor, Grayson Shepard speeding to the hoop. And they put that one high up off the glass to keep it away from Martin.
And he cupped it to get away from the defense. Right now, Grayson Shepard putting a show on for the Shady Spring Tigers.
Another 10-point lead for undefeated Shady Spring against Bluefield here at the Brush Fork Armory. Back in a moment.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
When it comes to getting a new set of wheels, everybody knows the Mid-State name. Mid-State Ford, Arbuckle Road in Summersville, and Mid-State Chevrolet, I-79, exit 67 in Flatwoods. West Virginia's #1 choice for brand new Chevys and brand new Fords, and proud supporters of West Virginia sports. So when it's time to trade, check out MidStateFordWV.com or MidStateChevy.com for the guaranteed lowest price on a brand new Ford or Chevy. From the stock of deeds, sell 'em cheap, boys, at Mid-State.
Mid-State.
1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-State. 1 Mid-
Bluefield's ball. Timeout has concluded. Second time in the game the Beavers have trailed by 10. Braden Cruz trying to take care of matters and does.
Great set coming out of the timeout for Bluefield. They set a diagonal box pick for Sean Martin. It was set by Cruz. Both defenders went with Martin. Cruz knocks down the three. Buster Large pulling them out tonight.
Braden Cruz with his second three of the basketball game. Only 2 threes. Here's a three-point attempt. Wiped off. Kevin Grove says a travel.
And Tommy Williams thought that he did that 1-2 while the ball's in the air. Let's see. Boy, close one. Looked like he caught the ball and then did the 1-2.
House looking, and gets it in to Braden Cruz. Quarterback on the floor. Bluefield Daily Telegraph Player of the Year a season ago. 1,000-point scorer. Gets it to House. House to Hairston. Hairston now into the corner to House. House over to Cruz. Braden Cruz open. Second three in a row.
Braden Cruz coming off a little fade pick. Able to knock down the three.
Yeah, you're down 10. What do? Get a couple of threes from Braden Cruz. Cruising right now. A steal by Braden Cruz. Down the floor. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touching Shady. Another look, Bob Bolin.
Yeah, Braden Cruz. That's the one man on the perimeter that you definitely don't want to leave alone.
LaRose back in. Cole Chapman out.
Watch this now. Sean Martin's going to set a diagonal pick and dive to the basket. Here's the switch. He's open. Boy, I saw that one last game, Mart. I can still call him, buddy. When Sean Martin lines up on the ball, it's a diagonal pick. And if you don't get under that pick, it's a switch, and he gets wide open.
All right, so that will put Martin at the line. 45% free throw shooter and gets the roll.
And Martin, they switched it, and Martin gets the defender on his butt. What you have to do there is when you switch the pick, you have to get under Martin. House again with another rebound.
Nice job by House.
Braden Cruz is wide open.
Here is Cruz right in front of the Bluefield bench.
Boy, he jumped up and down and yelled for the ball. 3 straight threes, a 10-0 run, a tie game.
Tied up here at the Brush Fork Armory. Just what we had hoped for. LaRose, Williams, right down the middle of the lane, and Williams' shot wouldn't go. Whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Shady.
Yeah, they got Tommy Williams on the reach-in. So far this half, only 2 fouls called, both of them against Shady.
Yeah, that one on Tommy Williams. He now has 3.
If Bluefield gets a basket here, expect Coach Olson to go with the TO. Already a 10-0 run. Oh, great cross pick.
5th tie of the game. But Paris couldn't get it to drop. Here comes Braden Chapman down the floor, racing to the basket. Shot was blocked. Back into the hands of the Tigers. Shepard to Williams. Long range 3. In and out. Colin Paris glides it across the 10-second line.
Braden Cruz calling for the ball pick. Now there's going to be a double team if he gets that ball pick he wants.
Shaheem House. Paris. House down to Martin. He's open.
Missed
could not
the
get
bunny.
him to go.
Great pass by House. Martin misses the bunny.
Had a couple of chances there. LaRose thought about a 3. That's knocked away out of bounds. Last touched by Tyrese Hairston as the number 2s battle each other. Here's another look at Cruz, Braden Cruz. He was almost standing on the Bluefield bench. He was so deep.
He was backpedaling after he left his hand. He's feeling it. He says, I don't need warm-ups at halftime. Just let me shoot the ball. Tie game.
Braden Chapman. Hands to LaRose. He's loose and he scores.
Tie game. Give it to the senior. Great drive. LaRose with a great finish.
LaRose with 5 in the contest. Shady back on top Harrison just about walked with that. Here goes Colin Paris on the move, and Paris will be fouled.
Called the blocking foul. There's LaRose with a nice 1-2. Martin, the shot blocker, late getting over. LaRose finishes at the rim.
Foul on Cole Chapman, his second. Team foul number 3. Little General replays being presented by Little General Stores. Great prices, convenient places. Visit your local Little General Stores.
Colin Paris steps up, hits the first one.
Paris with 6 in the game, make it 7.
Now Bluefield with their press, but they're kind of going token. Oh, a 2-2-1 press. Token pressure. Shady beats it, does not attack, so they'll get set up. LaRose again, deep. LaRose. Woo.
LaRose. His first three-pointer of the game, 49-46.
That's 5 straight for LaRose.
And Jaheim House wants to drive in for 2 and gets it.
Smart play by Bluefield. Tommy Williams does not want to pick up that 4th foul. He kind of laid off. House realized it, and he took it to the house.
House has 4 in the game. LaRose gets it across. Cole Chapman driving. Martin with the block. Braden Cruz maneuvers across the timeline. Paris on the move, goes to House. And House was tangled up by a couple of Shady players.
They got that on Tommy Williams.
4.
That's his 4th. He's got to come out of the game. And Tommy Williams had 17 in the first half, has yet to score this half. Big blow against the Tigers.
All right, so Martin will check out.
Let's look at this one here. Tommy Williams inside. Ooh, I didn't see that one.
Paris gets it into Cruz.
Play. They said Cruz set the diagonal pick, and he broke to the basket. Shady has to get under that pick.
50-49. Grayson Shepard. Shady will work, and here is LaRose attacking, and LaRose will be fouled.
Yeah, LaRose, the defender, definitely late there on the block. Easy call for the official. LaRose, once you leave your feet, the defender cannot move, and here was LaRose already in the air. The defender slid over, took it kind of on the shoulder to get that charge. It's got to be in the middle of the chest. Smart move by the veteran LaRose.
Tyrese Harrison with his 3rd foul, team foul number 1, as LaRose connects, and LaRose has 9 points in the game, and we're tied for the 7th time.
Every time they try to get Martin the blow, Shady attacks the basket. Great job by Ronnie Olson of seeing that, knowing the shot blocker's not there. Bluefield's not a big help team. They like to challenge a Gardner man.
Tyrese Harrison across the timeline to Colin Paris. Paris looking for Martin, a whistle.
And they have, I think, Haven Chapman being a little too physical with Martin. A little push off. I believe that's 5-1 this half, the opposite of the first half. That's 5 fouls on Shady, only 1 against Bluefield.
All right, 2 on Haven Chapman.
I can't believe they went away from that box play. They've scored 2 straight times on it.
Braden Cruz works between the circles and goes to Martin. In a 51-50 game. Here's House, nice little spin move in the lane. Could not get it to fall. So Cole Chapman gets it across the timeline into the hands of Luke LaRose, who immediately motors toward the hoop. And a foul will be called.
We got the foul on Jaheim House on the ground, only the 2nd team foul. How many is that on House?
House has 4, and he is going to have to come out as Fuller comes in.
That's 4 on House and 4 on Tommy Williams.
So Caden Fuller checks in. Fuller with 2 points of the game. Inbounds to Haven Chapman, and now here is Grayson Shepard. Over to Luke LaRose.
But now, there you go. They blew a smart play there. They had Martin on LaRose. They didn't like that matchup. Shady's going to hold it for the last shot of the half. Up 1. If they play their cards right, they'll at least take the lead until the 4th quarter. Again, LaRose will want to go one-on-one in that situation. Whoa!
LaRose blocked from behind by Martin.
Great play by Sean Martin coming from behind.
Well, that ignites the crowd each time Martin gets a block. So Shady's ball. LaRose fires it into Braden Chapman. Back to LaRose. LaRose whips it out to Shepard.
All right, LaRose is going to take this. 6 seconds. Bluefield needs the help.
LaRose lets it fly, and it won't drop, and Cruz heaves it. And that will do it. We have a 1-point game as we head to the final 8 minutes of action here at the Brush Fork Armory. Tonight's game being presented by Midstate Ford.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
We have a lot of good soccer players that step up when we need them to and play certain positions, even if that's where they don't think they need to play. When you put all our roles together, we can be successful. My reason why is passion.
One-point game as we head to the final 8 minutes of play. Braden Cruz leads the way for Bluefield with 20. Sean Martin has 13 for Shady Spring. The leader is Tommy Williams with 17. Grayson Shepard has 14. Luke LaRose has 10. Got some guys in foul trouble. A lot to talk about as this one progresses.
But you know what, Mark? We've done a lot of Marshall games on ESPN. Nothing more fun than this. I mean, this is tremendous.
High school basketball at its finest here tonight on a Monday night. Braden Cruz launching over to Tyrese Hairston. So it's Hairston, Colin Paris, Braden Cruz, Sean Martin, and Caden Fuller, and a whistle.
Yeah, Shady
called on Shady.
Yeah, they got the help on Cole Chapman. No bonuses. Shady did a great job of helping. Bluefield did a great job of executing and giving Martin multiple looks. Shady stopped that Alabama's play that.
Cole Chapman's third. Here's a shot from the corner, and Caden Fuller drills his 37th three of the season, and boy, does it come in a big time.
That's what he is, a three-point specialist.
Haven Chapman, Luke LaRose driving, and he is fouled on his trip to the hoop.
Yeah, they called it on the ground, but LaRose went in there and finished over Martin, but the foul was called beforehand. Only the third foul against the Beavers. No bonus situation.
Tommy Williams did not start, but is now in. Braden Chapman comes out.
So Shady going with Tommy Williams before Bluefield goes with House with the two players with 4.
Here's a scoop shot by LaRose, blocked, but here into the hands of Shepard, and it won't drop. Shady gets another chance as Haven Chapman comes away with it, and driving in against Martin is Shepard. It wouldn't drop. LaRose with it now. Well, Shady Spring got multiple opportunities.
And great hustle by Shady, getting those loose balls. Great job by Martin blocking the shots. Coach Olsen wanted a foul on that drive by LaRose.
53-51 our score. Tyrese Hairston across the timeline, and a pass. Boy, Williams read that beautifully. You know, we're a little closer to the Bluefield bench, but what work these two coaching staffs are doing in this game.
They are. They're both working the officials, coaching their team. It's been a great coached game, a great played game, and we still have 7 minutes left.
All right, so House, who has 4 fouls, he's up off the Bluefield bench. Tyrese Hairston, 5'9" senior. Colin Paris, and from behind, Haven Chapman, a little shove of Martin. Kevin Grogg tells us it's on Haven Chapman, his third.
And banging in there. And, you know, Martin at the free throw line has not been tremendous on the year, so not a terrible foul.
7. He is a 45% free throw shooter. 7th team foul on Shady.
Yeah, and his shot looks good.
Wouldn't go, though.
Yeah, so not a bad foul.
Martin 1 of 3 at the line. Again, 13 points entering this fourth quarter of play. Cole Chapman. And Tommy Williams, Braden Chapman up off that Shady bench. Here is Luke LaRose gunning and knocking it down.
Luke LaRose has stepped up to the plate here at crunch time.
Gives Shady Spring back the lead. Timeout on the floor. Shady back up by 1 here at the Brush Fork Armory.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
We wake up each morning, eager to share our passion. We work all day with purpose to build inspired relationships with our guests, our crew, and our neighbors. We're filled with pride at the end of the day, knowing that we've made a difference. Steak Escape Sandwich Grill.
That three-pointer by Luke LaRose, giving him 13 for the game. And that was the 9th three-pointer for the Tigers. House.
Wow. What a pass by Tyrese Hairston. House gives Bluefield the lead by 1.
House with 6 in the game.
Shady needs a timeout. Shady needs a timeout, 10-second call.
Yep, they get it.
What's the call?
All right, timeout by the Tigers. It's a 30. We'll keep it here.
Great play by Ronnie LaRose. Sensing that was going to be a 10-second violation, he saved his team a turnover there because it was going to be a 10-second violation, and that's a good job there by him.
We talked a moment ago, just these great coaching staffs. Ronnie Olson of Shady Spring with Russ Jordan, Tommy Williams, Bluefield,
and
Tony Webster and Jody Fuller, Buster Large leading the way.
And you get a new 10. You know, take that ball out when you use the timeout. And college, you don't get a new 10 if the ball goes out of bounds, but you get it if you call a timeout. So Shady with a new 10 seconds.
All right, Bluefield with the lead. Cole Chapman in trouble. Gets it to Braden Chapman and now to Luke LaRose. And LaRose lost it into the hands of Martin. Tyrese Hairston driving down, up with a shot. A little bit of a wild shot there, and it wouldn't drop for Tyrese Hairston. Shady the other way. 5.5 to go. Great to have you with us here, along with two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Boland. Our great video productions crew on Mark Martin. Here's Bluefield again coming away with the loose basketball. Cruz has 20 in the game. He was on fire in the third with 3 3-pointers. He has 4 for the game.
I thought they could have got Cruz a 3 there, but it was a high, soft pass for him.
Jaheim House. Back to Braden Cruz.
Here comes the double team. The coaching staff does not want that ball pick.
Shady Spring 18-0. Bluefield 17-3. Colin Paris to Martin, and Martin had the defense collapse on him and draws the foul.
Yeah, smart foul by Braden Chapman. Braden Chapman got stuck on Martin. Martin had the ball too deep. Smart play by the freshman. Martin had just missed a free throw, and if he doesn't make that foul, Martin's got an easy layup. So smart play by Braden Chapman.
Martin missing.
And if he misses it, it really looks smart by Braden Chapman.
And Braden Chapman getting his first foul. And another turnover. Down it goes to Paris.
That's 3 straight turnovers for Shady. Very uncharacteristic of the Tigers.
Colin Paris with 9 in the game. 57-54, a collision. And, it's going to go against Martin.
Yeah, got the loose ball foul on Martin. And great job of sportsmanship there by Martin and Braden Chapman helping each other up.
Well, that's the thing about this game, Bob. It's really impressed me with all that's on the line. One team undefeated, another team 10-game winning streak. They figure they're going to see each other again. Rankings, all that. It's just been a hard-fought game.
Clean game, hadn't it, Mark?
No nonsense.
Oh, it has. It's been a joy.
And a lot of that attributed to many, certainly the coaching staff, certainly the officials, and crowd control been great. Just outstanding basketball atmosphere here at the Brush Fork Armory. Great to have you with us. 57-54, LaRose for the tie. Ball tapped around, and last touching Braden Cruz as he tried to go up and get it, and he lands on the maroon.
What an effort by Grayson Shepard. Boy, he skied way above the rim to keep Shady a possession of that ball.
You see the "We Believe" written on the court, and Martin with the block. Well, Martin got the rebound, but may have gotten away with a walk. But what a block by Martin. Here is Cruz with it out front.
So Shady ran a perfect out-of-bounds play, and Martin came out of nowhere with the block.
Jaheim House going to attack and knock it in.
Jaheim House, that's what he does.
5-point advantage for Bluefield. The Shady team, they've been down by as many as 18 this season. They know what that's all about. They were down 11 last time they played, but here comes Bluefield looking to go up 7. Now Paris knew he was maybe running out of real estate there, and a foul on Shady.
I tell you, Sean Martin on the other end with the tip block, gets the rebound, great outlet pass down the floor. It just doesn't look like the same player as a year ago. The coaching staff has a lot to do with his improvement. Got to get him on the free throw line. He's missed a couple big ones, but boy, he's played a great game.
Colin Paris. Well, they whistled the foul on Braden Chapman, so that's his second. Team foul number 9. Colin Paris drains both.
That's the one Bluefield wants at the line, him or Cruz. This 2-2-1 has been really effective for Bluefield. Shady needs to attack it to score.
7-point lead for Bluefield. Paris with 11 in the game. Here is Shepard launching. Three-pointer won't go. Paris runs it down. Colin Paris in trouble and walked with the basketball.
Yeah, Paris left his feet. I think he was looking to go inside to Martin, changed his mind at the last second. Traveling violation. Bluefield's going to stay in this 2-2-1 press. Shady needs to attack it to score. Oh, Bluefield out of it. They went to their man-to-man on the side, out of bounds.
Here's Cole Chapman. Braden Chapman. Bounce pass over to Shepard, and Shepard thought about the three and then drives to the hoop. Shepard has 16 in the game.
Shepard's played a great basketball game.
61-56.
Shady's pressure defense causes a turnover.
Tommy Williams down. Up with a shot. Got it. And a foul called.
Tommy Williams with a great job of drawing the foul. Led with the elbow. Good, strong move. Chance to go to the line for the and one.
And I believe that's on House.
Yeah.
Here's a look at our little general replay.
And there he goes. Behind the back. Right there, the foul with the body. Colin Paris's hands were extended out, not up. Tommy Williams did a good job of grading that. I don't think it's 61 to 10. And we have a problem with the scoreboard.
No, Jaheim House, I believe, has fouled out in their. Oh, okay. Now they're saying it's on 11.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was on 11. But the score, okay, they got it right now, 61-58. Yeah.
All right, so Paris picks up his third foul. I think maybe they thought they had said foul was on 10. That would have been 5 on House. So that's a relief for the Bluefield coaching staff. But right now, Tommy Williams delivers. You know, Bob, Tommy Williams gets the three-point play there the old-fashioned way. First points of the second half.
Oh, and it's some big points. I mean, Shady down 5. He's able to cut it to a one-possession game.
61-59 our score. Sean Martin to House.
There's that diagonal box pick. Shady played it much better that time.
Cruz with the ball. Braden Cruz, he has 20 in the game, has not scored here in the fourth. Tyrese Hairston. Paris drives. Shot altered by Williams.
Oh, great defensive play by Tommy Williams. He got a piece of that. Shady with the chance to tie or take the lead.
Williams driving, scoring.
Tommy Williams with the left hand off the drive. Tie game.
Back the other way, driving in and scoring it is Hairston.
Hairston with a great move in the left hand finish. Well, we have a game here, Mark.
Hairston with 6 in the game. Williams now with 22 following that last layup. LaRose drives in. Shot won't go. Here comes Bluefield. Braden Cruz.
What a move. Oh, Braden Cruz with a little funky Euro step. Bluefield up 4.
65-61. Tommy Williams will attack and score it.
Tommy Williams just forgot about the right hand. Going all left. Woo, Mark, does it get any better than this?
65-63. Time called, and we will keep it here. Wow.
Are they just throwing haymakers at each other? I mean, one drive to the basket on this end. Beautiful Euro step. Tommy Williams attacks on that end with the left-handed finish.
65-63.
Yeah. And Bluefield's yelling which side they're taking the ball out of bounds, and they can pick their side. After a made basket, you can pick which side you want to take the ball out, and Kevin Grogg, veteran official, looked at him and said, you can pick your side.
7-point lead by Bluefield here in the fourth, and Shady erased it. Then they were down 11 when they played earlier and came back and won. You know, we did the first 2 games of the season for Shady, and they won both those games, obviously. And the second game of the day in that Fairmont Polar Bear Tip-Ball Classic, they beat Robert C. Byrd 71-69, Bob, back in December.
They were down 18. You know I got that good memory.
And Robert C. Byrd has not lost since. They've won 16 in a row.
Wow.
And we talked about this Bluefield team last time they played Shady. They haven't lost since. We have a foul called on Shady Spring.
Yeah, it had a blocking foul. That's big because that's 10 fouls against Shady. So Hairston will be at the line to shoot 2.
Cole Chapman with 4 fouls now. 1:04 to go. Hairston, who hit that big bucket a moment ago, now he's got a chance to hit a big free throw. A couple of free throws here. He misses the first.
Yeah, he had a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Now, even if this goes in, it's still a 1-possession game.
Hairston knocks down that
Shady,
free throw.
Yeah, Shady had a sub at the scorer's table. And
it's going to be Braden Chapman back in.
You can't hear the horn in here. So the referees have to be cognizant of who's at the scorer's table ready to sub in.
66-63.
Now Bluefield back in that 2-2-1 press. That's been so good for him this fourth quarter. There it is again.
Yeah, Luke LaRose trying to get it to Cole Chapman. Here's Paris, and he'll be fouled by Shepard.
What a big time. The 2-2-1 press has been very effective for Bluefield in this fourth quarter. Harris with a nice steal. Had Harrison ahead of him. Harrison, great teammate there, clapped. Boy, the free throw line is killing Bluefield. That's 2 straight.
Back to the line. Paris.
And Paris
up and in for the second one. 67-63. Luke LaRose over to Tommy Williams. Williams into the corner. Braden Chapman, the freshman, shot hits the side of the iron. He'll get another chance, but it's taken away by Paris. Cruz, a bouncer to Martin.
Oh, beautiful pass by Cruz. Bluefield still has a foul to give. They can play very aggressively.
LaRose guns the three, hits the back of the iron. Tyrese Hairston down the floor. Braden Cruz, he'll launch it.
Oh, he is feeling it. Cruz puts the icing on the cake.
Shepard's shot is short.
Wow, Bluefield with a huge run at the end of the game. It's 1-1 in this heavyweight battle, Mark.
Bedlam here at the Brush Fork Armory. 74-63. Outstanding basketball game between these two programs. And, well, you can't say for sure, but if I was a betting man, and I'm not, they shall meet again. 74-63. We will come back and recap this classic here at the Brush Fork Armory. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of West Virginia high school basketball featuring the Shady Spring Tigers. Tonight's game being presented by Midstate Ford.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
First set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Goalkeeper gives me a responsibility that I wouldn't get anywhere else on the field. Nothing else is important except how you're going to help your team. I'll never get to win a game, but I'll keep us from losing a game. My reason why is competition.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
Bluefield wins it over Shady Spring 74-63. Shady Spring endures its first loss of the campaign, 18-1 now. Bluefield moves to 18-3 on the season. And so what's next for these two teams? Shady turns right back around and plays tomorrow at Pikeview. And Bluefield has one game left in the regular season. They'll collide at Wyoming East on February 21st. Shady still has a game at West Side and a game at South Charleston on the 21st and 25th, respectively. And, of course, we talked about the sectional situation. These teams are in the Class AA Region 3 Section 2 tournament, along with James Monroe, Pikeview, and Riverview. So they very well could meet again for a sectional title, and who knows, could meet up in the state tournament. Who knows, Bob Boland, maybe even a state championship game. Time will tell. But what a game here tonight between these two teams. And if you go score by quarters here, it was Bluefield 15-14. Shady led at 36-30 at the end of the half. It was a 51-50 Shady lead at the end of 3. And a 7-point lead by Bluefield. Shady led 2 times in the game by 10, but then Shady got that game down, whittled down, and it was a 63-61 game, 65-61, 65-63. But then from there, Bob, Bluefield scores the final 9.
Well, almost a carbon copy of the Bluefield-Shady game at Shady. When late in that game, Sean Martin picked up his 4th foul on a questionable call, and Shady went on a big-time run at the end of the game to win the game here. Tommy Williams picked up his 4th foul late in the game on a very questionable call, and then Bluefield went on that huge run at the end of the game. These teams are so evenly matched, so much fun to watch them play against each other, and I thought it was a great basketball game, a hard-fought game. Bluefield hit huge shots in the last minute and 20 seconds of the game and deserved the victory.
Leading scorer for Bluefield, Braden Cruz with 25. Sean Martin had 17, 11 for Colin Paris, 8 for Jaheim House, 5 for Caden Fuller, and 2 for Tyrese Hairston. Tommy Williams led the way for Shady Spring with 24. Grayson Shepard had 16. Luke LaRose had 13, 4 for Braden Chapman, 3 for Cole Chapman, and 3 for Haven Chapman. And a lot of guys got involved.
Yeah, Grayson Shepard stepped up big time in a big-time game for Shady with 16 points. The stars came out. Williams and LaRose played great. And then Sean Martin and Braden Cruz played great. You couldn't ask for a better game. We're going to see it again. And we'll have it, video productions, we're everywhere. It'll either be in the sectional championship. We may see it there, and we may see it in Charleston. And I don't know how the third matchup could be any different than the first two. They've lived up to their billing, and it's been a great job by both coaching staffs to have these teams prepared to play.
Yeah, March 6th would be the sectional championship of that sectional we spoke of. So maybe you want to circle that one on your calendar, but there are other schools in that section that will certainly want to have something to say about that because, as you say, it is Cinderella time is just about to arrive, and some of those other schools want to be Cinderella at this time of year. But a couple of big guns here tonight, no doubt about it. And it's what high school sports is all about. You had great players on the floor playing their hearts out. You had outstanding coaches doing all they could to lead their respective young men. You had great student sections, both for Shady and certainly for the home team, Bluefield. It's a historic venue here, the Brush Fork Armory. It's not your typical high school gymnasium. Not that there's anything wrong with the high school gymnasiums, but this place is a little different, and it brings about a different atmosphere, and it was almost filled to the rafters, and the officiating was outstanding. Good crew. You just couldn't ask for much more.
No, it was a great game. Like I said before, we've done a lot of Division I games and all that. This was so much fun. You got two communities that the game means so much to, and they're in here battling. Great, clean game. The first game, 73-70. Shady was a better team. The second game here, Bluefield by 11. Bluefield was a better team, and that's the way it goes.
And I'm sure with these two coaches, if you are Buster Large, you're celebrating right now, but then the reminder is, hey, guys, this is one game. This is one win. We have a lot more games to play. And if you're Ronnie Olson, you're saying, hey, guys, okay, we had a great run. We were 18-0. We won the first 18. It's hard to go undefeated. A long season like it is. Let's not let one loss damage what we've done and turn it into 2 or 3 down the road. Don't let this break you right now.
Yeah, and Mark, you know, I'm familiar with these teams living down here in southern West Virginia. These two teams have been playing against each other since they were little kids.
Right.
I mean, their AAU team, and LaRose transferred to Shady this year, but he played on that AAU team. These guys have been battling since they were in the 4th grade, 3rd grade, and it's not over yet.
No, it's not. You know, there's a stage here. It's off to our left. This was an outstanding performance here tonight.
Boy, that sums it up, Mark. Yeah, you're exactly right.
All right, Coach. Great being with you tonight. Outstanding job as always.
Appreciate it, Mark. And, man, this was just so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again.
That's right. Of course, Butch Bounce, Robbie Bounce, Garen Lester, our great video productions crew. Thank them for an outstanding job here as well. And that will do it from inside the Brush Fork Armory here in Brush Fork, just on the outskirts of Bluefield, West Virginia. And it is a 74-63 victory for Bluefield over Shady Springs. So for color analyst Bob Bolin and our video productions crew, Butch Bounce, Robbie Bounce, and Garen Lester, this is Mark Martin. Thanks for joining us. Tonight's game has been a sports presentation of Video Productions, and tonight's game has been presented by Midstate Ford.